Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. Please like and subscribe and don't forget to jab that notifications bell for all my latest uploads. Today I've got a pair of Nardo training gloves. And Nardo are being worn by more and more top professionals. Last night Anthony Crolla had his last fight and he was wearing Nardo fight gloves. These particular ones are a different padding to the previous Nardos that I've shown you. These are the Tutella padding, and these are a soft, very protective padding, because Nardo does two types of padding. It does the Tutella and also does this type, which is my lace-up version, and this is the Satus or Catus. And so this one, as I said in a previous review, I felt that with this one that in an amateur gym that it was a very hard, very damaging glove to wear in sparring, and so in a professional gym I felt that they would use it, but in an amateur gym I felt it was a little hard because of the nature of that sort of padding and how it sort of flattens down. And that is why Nardo has brought out this padding, which is a much more softer, a lot more friendly when it comes to sparring. And just put it on for you. You can feel the extra padding that is around that knuckle area, giving that element of safety to the sparring that is what I was referring to before. So here is Filippo, the Italian master craftsman, who is going to describe to you the differences between the two types of padding.
Today I want to talk about the different kind of padding that I have for training gloves. I receive lots of requests from customers that asking me to better explain what's the difference between the two type of padding that I have for training gloves. Alright, first of all, my padding is handmade like the entire gloves. Alright, so this is the first difference. Right, because all the padding around it is a padding foam, they are machine made. All right, my padding is handmade. All right, so in the beginning when I started making training gloves, I had just one type of padding that is called Caestus. All right, as you can see here. All right. Caestus is a padding that is been created for bag work, heavy bag work and pad works, most appreciated by the punchers, boxers, alright, because you can feel the impact, you can feel the knuckle, you know, so it's certain boxers that they prefer to have this kind of sensation, alright, while they're training. Obviously, I always advise that Caestus padding is not really good for sparring. Alright, Caestus padding is made in horsehair and polyurethane foam. Alright, and in percentage, the padding had 80% of horsehair and 20% of polyurethane foam. Alright, after a while, obviously, I start to receive requests for sparring gloves. Alright, so I decide to create Tutella padding. That is a padding that is give lots of protection. Alright, and is more suitable for sparring. You can use it also for heavy bag and pad works if you like to have lots of protection and it really doesn't matter to you to feel the impact, that kind of sensation that most of the punchers, boxers like to have. So you can use it for both kind of trading, punching bags, heavy punching bags, pad walks, and sparring is not a problem. All right. So I decided to create Tutella. Tutella padding is a handmade padding, all right, and is made in microfiber flake, horsehair, and polyurethane foam. In percentage, the padding has the 80% of microfiber flake, 10% of horsehair, and 10% of polyurethane foam. So this kind of padding is being really appreciated for sparring from most of the boxers and from most of my clients. Besides the fact that I always give the choice to my customers and to the boxers that work with me to decide what they want to. Obviously, through understanding what kind of style they have, so what they want. Okay, but let's start to see something. All right, this is a 10 ounces gloves. All right, KS2 padding is a training gloves with Velcro. All right, very nice fit. All right, as you can see, it's very compact. All right, as you can see, you can feel the knuckle here. All right, so when you hit the bag or the pad works, when you're doing pad works, you can feel very nicely the impact, the sensation, all right, of the impact. All right, so I advise that this is it gives protection. All right, it doesn't the padding doesn't change over time because it's quilted, so it doesn't move, so the padding is stable. By the way, in these gloves, in all my gloves, people know that it can replace the padding. All right, obviously is more suitable for this kind of boxer that they love to feel the sensation of the impact while they're training. All right, so this is the first padding. You can see, see that is very fun, Now here we have 16 ounces. Yeah, a 16 ounces gloves. All right, a Tutella padding. All right, this is already like a sparring gloves. All right, very comfortable. As you can see, you can open your hand easily, you can close it easily. All right, and if you can see, you see here it doesn't, it doesn't give any kind of move. It's very stable. All right, so it's lots of protection in these gloves. All right, so this padding is always gonna stay the same. It's very durable over time. All right, and obviously also in this case it can be replaced with a new padding inside of the gloves. All right, so you don't have to worry when the padding finish its lifetime, then can be replaced. All right, so as you can see, it's very compact. All right, very protective. All right, so you don't feel anything, absolutely anything. So these gloves is much appreciated for doing sparring, but it also can be used for heavy bag work, pad works, and everything, for who love to have more protection in the end. All right, As you can see, this is got a very good wrist support. All right, as you can see, you know, I keep the gloves this way and the gloves doesn't bend. All right, it's very stable. You see, most of the gloves bend if you keep it like this. It doesn't have a good wrist support, so you know, I can you see, as you can see, the gloves doesn't bend, is straight. It's very good wrist support, even if here is very heavy because it's a 16 ounces. All right, the same is for Caestus padding. Good wrist support in the gloves, but very thin padding. Even if you make in 16 ounces or 18 ounces, if you just use gloves for heavy punching bags and pad walks, and then Caestus is gonna be a wonderful padding. It's gonna protect your hand and it's gonna give you a good feeling. All right, but if you're looking for more protection, I advise you to go with Tutella. That is the best padding around the market at the moment, and is very, very much appreciated from lots of boxers. They train with the gloves.
So these gloves are 100% handmade in Italy, handmade in a small workshop in Turin by Filippo Di Nardo Lesse. And as you can see, they are beautiful gloves. These gloves come with free shipping as well to all destinations. And this here is a full grain Italian calf skin, which is the leather, beautiful leather. You have got the option to customise as well. And also Di Nardo does send them through with a leather carry bag, an actual like leather holder, which I've shown on other videos. Also on there you do get that complimentary repadding service as well. So once this padding is done, you can send it back to Filippo, who can repad the glove, and it comes back to you good as new, really, I would say. And also, when it comes to Filippo, you do get that full customer support and assistance from him when you communicate with him. You're communicating with the man that's actually making your gloves, and he will create and craft the gloves to what your specifications are. Let's bring that round so you can see the stitching. And this lovely glove in that sort of the brown, complemented by the gold and then the red. As I bring it round, let me show you the badge at the back with the Italian flag colours. There's Di Nardo's sign, like 4-leaf clover there, Torino, and then let's bring it open, and there's the Velcro, and it wraps all the way around there. A very, very good Velcro. And then inside you've got that polymer silver thread lining. It's breathable and antibacterial. It's rough at first, but you do get used to it, and it does get more and more comfortable the more that you use it. And let's bring it across so you can see the thumb there. As you can see, the shape of that thumb and the attachment. Let's bring that round. And again, this is the Tutella padding in this one. So let me just show you up close. That's the padding there. This is the Catus padding. And as you can see, much softer padding in that knuckle area. See how easily, this is the same pressure I'm applying here and the same pressure I'm applying there. You can see how much more that glove goes in, and this one is more padded and protective. So let's just bring that round again. Okay. I'd like to see that gapes a little bit when you've actually got the glove on. I'd like to see sort of some elastic there or something to bring that together. And then on there you've got Filippo Lesse, and you've got the year that they were actually made. And that is how you find out whether or not you have got a true Di Nardo glove. And I've done a video on Di Nardo fakes and how to spot them. Let me just put the glove on. just slide my hand into there. Okay, you've got a grip bar there, which you get your ends of your fingers and you can wrap that round and bring it into a nice fist. As soon as you relax your hand, it springs straight to the open position there, and a good solid punch surface there. But you can open your hands up very, very easily, and a great glove to use in sparring and on the bags as well. So despite the cost of them, these gloves are not perfect. At first, when you try them on, I felt a little bit underwhelmed because they're not as soft and comfortable as, say, a pair of winning gloves. The lining on the inside, which is the polymer silver thread lining that is in there, is rougher than a lot of linings on the market. But what happens is the more that you use it, the softer and more comfortable it gets. So it's almost like the initial sort of, oh, I thought it'd be more comfortable than that. But bear with them, because as you're using them, they get better and better. Due to the handmade nature of them, also, both gloves are not identical. Okay, so if you're looking for both to be conformed, exactly the same, they're not. They are handmade. I'll bring that round. Also, like the shape of the thumb there, the shape of the thumb there, again, it's not like the perfect that you get on some gloves. There is a different shape to these gloves. And some people will love the fact that there is that different shape, and some people will hate it. And I really do think that there is people that love the style of these, and there are people that really do not like the style of these. It is that type of glove. And then obviously, also, these are a 16-ounce glove, and the actual weight, both of these weigh over 18 ounces. Okay, so even though it says 16 on the label, you are getting, with that extra padding, you are getting a couple of ounces over what that label is stating. 1,100 US dollars, 1,000 euros, it's currently about 860 English pounds. All those things considered, I shouldn't like these gloves, but I do like them. In fact, I love them. And it's a real strange thing, because I think it's the charm, it's the character, it's because they're so much different from other gloves that really does make them feel special. As I bring that round again, you can see a lot of the gloves out there don't have the character of these gloves. I'm going to put on the screen the Fit to Box ratings card, and the more I've used these, the more I have liked them. And so the Fit to Box ratings card, the rating has increased since I initially did it. But this is for the Velcro version. So you've got there on screen the card, as you can see, made in Italy. It's an Italian company, and they are handmade in Italy, which again is a very sort of unique selling point to these gloves. So many gloves made in places like Pakistan and China. And then you've got a handmade version of gloves that are unique in their style and how they're made in Italy. Style, I've gone 95. Comfort, although as I say, not initially, I have gone 96, because the more you use them, the more they fit your hand, they mould around your knuckles, and the better they feel. So I still think that these are a very comfortable glove. Although that first sort of try on, you may think, oh, it's a bit rough. Then durability, I've gone 97, and that's due to the fine materials that are used, the leather, the Kevlar stitching, the inside, that polymer silver thread lining, fantastic materials that are used. And also you have got that repadding service that they offer as well. So durability 97. Sparring, and with these Tutella ones, with the Tutella padding, I really like to spar in them. I like the fact that the padding is thicker than the Catus or the Satus padding that I had on the previous lace-up gloves. So sparring, I've gone 96. Bag, I've gone 96 as well. They do feel brilliant on the bag. And value for money, I've gone 95, and that is bolstered by that repadding service, the ability to have different padding. Once the padding is gone, you can send them back to Nardo and Filippo will repad them for you. So that will extend the life. So total score of 95.8 for these gloves. So to me, these gloves, it comes down to a feeling, and the feeling that you get when you've got that expensive sports car, when you're wearing that expensive watch, when you're wearing those designer clothes, when you've got the latest iPhone. It's the status and how the actual gloves make you feel when you've got them. That is the difference between these and other gloves. The cost fades into the background, and all you'll be left with is that fantastic feeling that you own a pair of Nardos. So these gloves continue to charm me. The materials used, the process of how they are made, the owner, the craftsman Filippo. If you're not following him on Instagram, follow him on Instagram, because he does do videos not only on his Instagram, but he also does them on his YouTube channel about how these gloves are made and the care and dedication that he puts to it and the skill that is involved. And I also love the Italian backstory. There is a lot of gloves that are sent to me that are just from, say, Pakistan, tremendous amount of gloves from Pakistan, and these are so far removed from those sort of clone gloves that lots and lots of manufacturers just churn out, and they're all trying to copy each other. Nardo isn't trying to copy anyone. Nardo is standing out on his own, and some people will hate that, but some people will love it, and I am one of those people. I love what he's doing. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe to Fit2Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.